Hey guys, it's Kitten, and this video is going to be I say that every single video. Hey guys, it's Kitten. This video is gonna be a little different. Apparently all my videos are different. I need to get out of the habit of saying that. This video is going to be about something a little more controversial that a lot of people are gonna be like, that doesn't seem like it's a real thing. Those people that are all spiritual and shit, but that what's coming out of your mouth is pure nonsense. There's gonna be probably a bunch of people that are like that for the videos that are gonna follow this one. People on the subjects of stuff like past lives, ghosts, aliens, like all these stuff that we don't know for sure exist. A lot of people are very skeptical, are you sure? Are you sure? Except aliens for sure are come on, there's aliens out there. Whoever says different is just really? Really? Do you not know how big the fucking universe is? Your mind cannot comprehend. But something like ghosts, past lives, magic, it's just something that people don't really acknowledge or think is real. And then there's some people like me that my own personal beliefs, this shit is real. It's as real as you touching a camera. To me, that's how real it is. I literally have experiences about this stuff daily. It's a daily occurrence that to me, I'm so used to it by now. And it's become normal for me. By the way, when I say it's a daily thing, I mean ghosts, past lives, magic, all that shit happens daily to me. So it's just, I've gotten used to it. The ghost thing is for a different video. Probably multiple different videos. Anyway, but this video in particular is about the intro video to my past lives series I'm gonna be doing. I've been really fighting on whether or not I should share this part of myself, partly because knowing your past lives is just kind of trippy in itself, but there's also that part of you that thinks, should I really know this? I should be living my life in this life now. With me, I've always needed to know, because I've always had this feeling, even when I was young, I've always had this feeling that I didn't quite belong here in this time. Granted, this time is fucking awesome, with iPods and technology and light bulbs and shit, but spiritually, I just, sometimes I don't feel like this time is for me. My theory and why is because a lot of my past lives were so intense and so saturated that it's that time and that life was so a part of my being that it makes you want to go back. And I get that sometimes. I used to get that daily before I knew anything about my past lives. Before I knew anything about my past lives, I've always been searching for certain things I've always been drawn to. Actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me tell you what past lives are, because not everyone's gonna know. Past lives are pretty much the theory of living lives in a different time and place before your current life that you're in right now. For example, this is not one of my lives, but you could be someone walking around modern day New York in 2017, but you may have had a past life before this life in Venice, Italy in the Renaissance era. And it depends on the person. where your lives were and what time they were at. And even some rare occurrences with certain people, you guys can actually have alien past lives, like lives that were on this planet. I've had 2 past lives that are alien that I know of. Yeah. That's partly why I'm more sensitive to things. That's my theory. Like, if you had a past life that was alien, you tend to be more sensitive to things. That's my theory. I may not be correct, but it's just what I've come to understand. And also the belief of past lives has connection with the theory of reincarnation, which pretty much past lives and reincarnation is pretty much like the same thing, except the reincarnation part is like the act of your soul changing into a different life, like moving forward into a different life, if that made sense. I'll probably put like an actual proper definition of both at the bottom, one that's not as Jessica. And another thing that I wanted to address, the past lives, this is something that was explained to me by the person that I've gotten most of my info from about my past lives. I will not tell you who this person is. I know they don't want to be known that they have this gift, and to them it's a curse, but I call it a gift, or ability. I'm gonna call it ability. How they explained it to me when we first started talking about past lives being a thing. Past lives, when you're alive, they're a part of you, but not. How this person explained it to me was that if you take like a clump of slime or something and you like throw it on the ground, you know how like it kind of splatters, but like the splatter line things are still attached, but they're like further away from like the core part. The splatter parts are your past lives. They're a part of you, but they're not at the same time. So because of that, people with the ability to know your past lives, they can actually, well, the person that I'm talking about, they can actually literally talk to these people that were you in these past lives, if that made any sense. You can like ask for like talking, but most of the time they'll just sink back into the person's mind and not like talk at all. That's how I've been told how it works. Okay, I wanted to address my experience with past lives. Like I said earlier, I have always felt this draw, this pull to certain times and places. For people that know me, they for sure know about my obsession with ancient Egypt. That shit, like ancient Egypt, I'm right behind the camera, I literally have a picture of like ruins in ancient Egypt framed, hanging on my wall that says always remember where you came from. Like I'm like that shit. It's how I've always felt connected to things. And like I have a bunch of fucking pictures of ancient Egyptian gods on my mirror. I mean, like, I'm obsessed. Also, I have a statue up there. That is the cat goddess Basset. So yeah. When I found out what like ancient Egypt was, I was just like hooked. Because of that, like I was planning on being an archaeologist because like fucking ruins and like mummies and like ruins are just like fangasms for me. If I went the archaeologist route, like I would have like been so fucking happy. If I was a worker on a dig in Egypt, I would be like, I'm down. Where can I get my ticket? Please. I'm that obsessed. It's pretty bad. but there's a reason for that. I wanted to pretty much explain this past life video series I want to do. One video each on a past life that I know about. When I say a past life I know about, the past lives I do know about, that could be all the past lives I've ever had, or there could be like a few more in there that I don't know about yet. But these are just the past lives that are very prominent to me and that I've found out about. A few harder than others, but the Egypt life was definitely the easiest to find out about because that life was just so like, here you go, information. So pretty much I wanted to list my past lives in the order of the videos I'm just gonna list the past lives off the top of my head. So pretty much like each life is gonna have its own video. So there's my ancient Egypt life, my medieval Scottish life, my ancient Rome life, my French life, my Japanese life, and my two alien lives. So far I know only about 7. So that's 7 videos that you're gonna get, including this one. So I hope you will stay around for those, because they're gonna be great, especially the ancient Egypt alien ones. And my Scottish life. Scottish life is the one I know about most because the people that are in it in particular. But there's also lives that I know very little about, aka the French life and the Japanese life. I know they're there, but I don't know much about them. So those are going to be very short videos on themselves, but I'm still going to make them separate little videos for themselves because I want them to feel special. Anyway, I'm going to end this video, and I hope you enjoyed my craziness. If you're skeptical, go ahead, comment your skepticism and hate down below. I understand not everyone is going to believe what's coming out of my mouth, but there's going to probably be some people that do believe. For those of you that do believe, do not be afraid to comment down below. I will watch for the haters and slap them in the face if they harass you. Just feel free to comment, because I know there's probably going to be people that are very skeptical about all this shit, but it's what I know, it's what I believe in. You can disagree with it. I'll respect that you disagree with it, but it's what I know to be true, so I can't really do much about that. Why do I keep doing this? I don't know. I'm gonna go. Okay, bye guys.